Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to another episode of my free-to-play account. As I said, the last video on this series, you will get a few videos from my free-to-play account, quick succession, because I have been grinding and I have been playing. When I say grinding, not so much grinding, but just more playing. And that's because I kind of got lucky on this account. I mean, I got very lucky on this account because of who I know. People, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I knew someone with some bonus codes, which I got, which I'll do a video. That will be my next episode on the series. And obviously because of the events that we've been getting. So we had the Mad Games thingy, which I was able to grind the tier 5 and the tier 6 without using any of my battles or without affecting my stats. Uprising mode, that's the one, not Mad Games, Uprising mode. So I was able to play Uprising mode to grind the tier 5 without affecting my stats, and a little bit of the tier 6 to the VK28 to get the full, the big gun, or the better gun that is literally much better, and it's amazing once you get that gun. And on top of that, I also got lucky because I'm playing this account over Christmas, where you can earn clementines and you can get a snow globe, which I managed to get on this account. So I managed to get a snow globe on this account with the event, and I also managed to get the the Panzer 5.4, which is another premium tier 5 tank. So with the snow globe, I was hoping for a tier 10 tank, or even a tier 8 tank, but sadly I got 200,000 free XP, which is probably the worst thing to get. But I mean, I've got some premium tanks now, so it's not all that bad. And because I got the 200,000 free XP, I managed to get the RU251 almost as soon as I got this, the SP1C fully upgraded. I then got the 200,000 free XP, so I got the RU, and with that XP, I managed to play or upgrade the RU completely fully, so I don't have to play it stock. And I still have around 100,000 free XP left, so I don't have to play the RU for that long. I might play it for a little bit longer. So the next tank, which is the Leopard PTA, I will have enough XP to get at least the better gun for it. So first up, the SP1C. Now this is fully stock. This is fully stock gun, tracks, turret, and I forgot. I'd say I forgot how bad this was, but just look at that gun depression. I can't even get my gun down to get the bottom of that M6. Look, that's the nearest I can get. It's god awful. The tank is god awful when it is completely stock. It really is. I mean, the penetration is actually not bad on the gun. The reload is okay, but we found a full hit point M6 and we only managed to get one shot off on him. So I never played, this was a kind of little challenge for me because I never actually played the SP1C fully stock. I only ever played it that was fully upgraded, and I'm so glad. The accuracy is god awful, just everything. It's slow, no armor, it's just awful. And this was actually my first game in the tank, game number 1, and I still managed to get a first class, which wasn't so bad. Next up, we are a little bit upgraded. We still got the stock gun and we still got the stock turret. This time we go a little bit quicker because we have upgraded our tracks. So I had enough XP to earn the tracks. I didn't want to keep playing. I would recommend upgrading the gun first, always. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a medium or heavy. I would always recommend grinding or upgrading the gun first. I mean, I don't mind going slower, because as long as you've got that gun, then you can still do damage, whether or not you're slow or not. But this time I thought, you know what, I'm just going to upgrade what I can, and I had enough XP to upgrade the tracks. So this battle, it's a pretty good battle, to be honest. It's a pretty good battle considering I've only got the tracks. So we're still stock, we're still 75% crew, I think. Well, probably maybe about 80 on this. So the reload's still not fully, and it's okay. I mean, with the different tracks, you go quick. You can get out of positions very quickly, and you can run away from certain tanks, certain enemies if they are chasing you. But still, the gun is the penetration's good. I mean, the penetration's not bad, and it doesn't feel too bad. But it's just the aim time, the accuracy. It really is not good. However, I probably actually prefer this turret over the other turret, which you'll see in the next game, because it's more flat and it's more thin, and there's less of a turret. And I know you've got no armor all the way around, so people are not just going to aim for your turret. There's some tanks that have decent-ish armor on their hull, but the turret is literally weak AF. But this SP1C is not. It's weak all over. It doesn't matter where you get shot, unless it's the tracks, you're going to get HE'd. But with the smaller turret, there's just less to aim for. There's less to aim for, so you never know. They might miss or whoever. But for me, it's still not that great because the gun depression is really, really poor. And you can see, to get that shot off, I really have to back up. But this game, I mean, it's now 4 against 3. I've always said the SP1C is not that great of a tank now, but it is a good tank. It's actually, when you're fully upgraded, it is actually a good tank when you don't get bullied. And I mean, because you're an SP1C, you do get bullied a lot. Everyone wants to shoot you, everyone wants to HE you, and everyone just wants to ram you. And don't let them ram you, because if they ram you, you are literally dead meat. Especially if a Dracula comes at you at full speed, you need to get the hell out of there, because he can probably kill you full hit points with just one ram. So this battle so far now, there's 3 tanks on my team, 2 tanks on the enemy, and it is just the 2 tanks in front. I'm not taking any chances. I mean, we're winning on supremacy points, because if I rush out now, this Cheery can easily kill me with his auto loader. So we're just going to sit back for now and let them make the mistake. And when we reload, I don't mind taking a shot, because I am going to take him out. But it ends up we didn't need to take the shot anyway. So now it's just the T25 AT left. It's me and the ARL on my team. So I don't want to get shot from this guy, because I could actually die if he HEs me, but my teammate takes him out anyway, and we do end up actually on an ace. And I think this was my 4th battle on this tank, so I was very pleasantly surprised to see the ace, and even the damage. I mean, the damage quite good at 2.5k damage. So I was quite pleased that we managed to ace the tank, even with the stock gun and the stock turret. So next up, we are fully kitted out. I think we've got 100% crew. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we've got the gun, we've got the turret, and we've got the tracks. So this is when the tank gets much, much better. Also, it does have another gun, which I didn't really want, which is the autoloader gun. I definitely wouldn't recommend the autoloader gun, because this is the same kind of gun, but it has a quicker reload. So I wouldn't recommend the autoloader gun, because the autoloader gun has a really long intro clip, and there's just no point. And the DPM is actually more on this tank than it is, or this gun, than it is the autoloader gun. So I would definitely recommend sticking with this gun. I wouldn't say you need to use the XP straight away to get the bigger gun, the autoloader gun, because this gun is just fine as it is. And you're going to see this in this battle. We actually do a really, really good job in this game. So it's a hard tank to carry. It's a very difficult tank to carry. And I say this with a few different tanks, like the RHM, Borzik, the Waffle, anything like that with no armor. They're very difficult tanks to play, and especially if you're alone against 2, 3, 4, then it's very difficult to win. And that's just because you've got no armor. It doesn't matter how skilled the enemy is, they're still going to pen you. I mean, you can come up against a 20% troll noob or 30% guy who has no clue how to play the game except to aim and shoot. He's still going to penetrate you. Yes, them noobs who don't know how to play properly might not shoot HE, but they're still going to shoot you. They're still going to shoot you, and they're still going to pen unless you get very, very lucky. I do have a friend, Zenodium, one of the best players in the game, who has actually got a steel wall, or he's actually might have a couple of steel walls in the SP1C, and that might be because of the old days when it was +2, -2, and we had a lot of leopards, tier 5 leopards running around that will shoot your track, or that will get bounces. So I think that was mainly because of that. And this tank was god. This tank was godlike when it first was released. And I mean, the intro clip was about 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, where now it's, I'm not sure what it is now, but it's like 4 or 5 seconds. It's completely different. But back then, 2 of these in a platoon, it was completely OP. You would never have thought it, but this tank was actually OP when it first came out. Not so much against tier 9. Against tier 9, it was still a tough tank to play, but when you're up against tier 5s and you're rushing around in a platoon of these that go 60 odd kilometers per hour, and the DPM was really, really good with the auto loader, so 2 of you are dishing out sort of 4 shots in 2.5, 3 seconds. So, but Wargaming nerfed it. I don't think they should have ever nerfed it, to be honest. I don't think it needed a nerf, but they've nerfed it, and now it isn't so great, but it's not the worst tank. It's not the worst tank. Having played it on this account, before I played it on this account, I think I did actually a video saying that it's not a great tank, but when played correctly, it's a decent tank. It is a decent tank, unless you're getting pushed out. And I love this. This guy's pushing me out to get shot, but the T25 actually shoots the person pushing me out. So whether he does that on purpose or not, but if he'd done that on purpose, didn't shoot me because I was getting pushed out, then fair play to that guy. That guy, the T25-2, needs a medal. If that is the case, he needs a medal, and the SU just needs to delete the game and don't come back. So we do get lucky, and if he did shoot us instead of the SU, we would have been dead by now. But now it's 2 against 1. It's just this Tankenstein. I'm already on 3 kills and 3,600 damage. You can see the gun depression isn't too as bad as it was. But now we can just get behind this. We've got the tracks, we've got the speed, and there's just no way that this guy's going to turn around in time. But our LTTB does take him out. So we still finish on 3 kills, 4,000 damage, which I still think is a pretty good job in an SP1C. That's still not 100% fully crewed. I don't think, I'm not sure. So that is the SP1C, and just right at the end we are going to show you of our opening the globe, and we do get the 200,000 XP. So I do already have the footage for the RU251. I have the footage of some premium tanks that I now own as well. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Hope you're enjoying the series. It's just something different. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.